Hello, my name is Delia Wallace, and I will be your professor this semester. I'm so excited for many things. First of all, that it's finally 2021, and I'm hoping that that means that it's going to be a better year for all of us. I know it's been a challenging year. Last year in so many different ways. And I first and foremost just want to say how proud I am of you for choosing to pursue your academics during this difficult time. So I hope that you have been able to stay healthy and are doing your best, and that 2021 will be a better year for you. So I just wanted to do a quick introduction to get you ready. We don't officially start classes until next week. I'm filming this on Monday, January 11th. So we're still actually 8 days away. Monday is a holiday for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we observe that holiday and the work of Dr. King and don't have classes. And so our class officially will begin on Tuesday, January 19th. So again, I'm doing this early just so that those of you who want to have a preview, I don't expect you to do any work early. I don't expect you to be reading, but I just like for you to know what to expect as we move into our first week of classes. So hopefully you're able to see my screen here. I teach actually on the schedule, I have 8 different classes in the spring semester. So I teach general psychology, which is 2301. I teach lifespan growth and development, which is 2314. I teach a special course called strategies for success. And I also teach human sexuality. So with a lot of different classes going on, it is very helpful for me when you reach out to me or email me that you just make sure that you say which course you're in. And even though I have, 4 sections of general psychology, none of them are the same because some are completely online, some are part of the Ascender program, some are part of honors. So no class that I teach is the same. So please help identify yourself just so that I automatically, oh, okay, they're in the online course. I know how to answer this question. So just a little side note there. Also, if you talk with someone who is in a different section of mine and y'all are talking about the class and you're like, well, I don't think we're doing that in our class, that probably very well may be the case. As I said, each section is taught differently. So I am showing you the home screen, and I'll really just stick to this because it's really the differences get when we get into assignments and so forth, but the book remains the same for all 2301 and the landing platform here on the home screen. So I'll talk about the similarities, but don't get too caught up like, oh, that's not my section, because I won't show you anything that is particular to a section in this video. So your course we'll use Canvas as our platform. So you want to make sure that you're able to log into Canvas. I have found that Chrome is the best web browser to use with Canvas. That's not to say you can't use other ones, but if you're running into a problem, oftentimes switching over to Chrome might help remedy that. So right here on the home screen, you can see some important information. So, I'm working remotely from home as our entire college is this semester. So my office location probably doesn't matter that much of the phone, but you get the idea that's there either way. I will be conducting all my office hours virtually. So if you want an office hour with me, we can do that through Zoom. It's not a requirement, but it's something that I offer to all of my students, regardless of you being a remote Zoom course or a 100% online course. And so just email me and I can give you the link and the time and all of that. All that information's in the syllabus, but you probably want to just touch base with me first, especially if it's our first time. So we will be using The Science of Psychology by Laura King. It's this book right here. You have already paid for this book, so don't go out and buy it. It was wrapped up into the cost of your tuition, and how you will get access to that book as well as everything that you need for this. There's a couple different ways to look at that. You can see over here the connection to McGraw-Hill Connect. That will give you access to your book and to the Connect platform, which is where we'll do some of our assignments. If you go to, in the week 1, or the Getting Started module is the same for everybody. So some information here just to point out, because probably you want to know, how do I get my book? So right here, I have set up step-by-step for how you get your book. So you'll click on, go into our course, go to modules, and then look at the Getting Started module. And it's really helpful for you to go through each of these items so that you get all the introduction information. So if you have questions, where do I get my book? What access do I need, etc.? All of that will be right here for you. Please, please, please don't purchase anything else at this point for my class. You have paid for everything that you need. We've bundled it with tuition. So you don't need to, if you're prompted and it's saying you need to pay this or enter a credit card number, something's gone wrong, let me know, contact the company, because you should not be paying anything further at this point. Our learning outcomes, our course schedule, of course, going back to the toolbar over here, if you click on course syllabus, this will take you into our syllabus. So if you just want a real brief, what are we doing this semester, you can see all of that right there. So a lot of things will be duplicated in that, like you can click on here to go to course syllabus, but I've also linked it within this Getting Started module. I just want, as we get used to this, that you can find everything pretty easy. As a general rule of thumb for my internet students, your assignment dates are Sundays. Now there is a little variation for week 1, and again, we haven't started week 1. I'm jumping a little bit ahead here, just talking about week 1. There's some earlier dates here just to make sure that you're getting your book, you're getting your Connect account, all of that set up. So you'll see some of those early, January 24th dates here. But once we get into the semester, I set everything up by modules. So you always want to navigate my course using modules. I will send out an email prior to the week so that you know an overview of what we're doing. And then you should just, from our Canvas homepage, click on modules and then go to the week that you're in, and everything is right there. Everything you need for the week is right there. So again, a couple really early assignments. These are easy. Student information questionnaire. This is just information about you. An introduction discussion question. This is where you'll tell me, as well as the rest of the class, some information about who you are. So these aren't things you have to read for, or go write a paper about. This isn't just getting to know each other early on things. But make sure you look at those dates. They're early. But once we get into chapters, that's when most everything is always due on Sundays. So I will open up the module early Monday morning. You will have the entire week, all weekend, and by Sunday evening, you'll need to have all of your assignments due. So that's a general rule of thumb, with the exception of these couple early things here, our first week. We actually won't be tackling a chapter during the first week, so you don't need to worry about that. I want to take the time to make sure that we are, getting comfortable with online, making sure you have access to your book, making sure that you're good with Connect, and that's really where I want your focus. So week 2, as you can see when I scroll down here, is when we'll be jumping into chapter 1. And that's where, I'll always give you access to the PowerPoint so that you can do that. You'll need to read the chapter in your book. And then all of these assignments here are in Connect. And that's why it's important during week 1 that you get that set up, because you'll start doing assignments in Connect week 2. And your chapter post-test will also be in Connect. Now, even though we're using Connect, and this is where students get confused, and believe me, I'd get confused as a student too, is that Canvas is our landing. So you have to always think of Canvas as like home. And when you click on these, one of these assignments, I'll do it just so you can see here, it's actually taking us out into Connect. So you'll get this little message and you'll hit launch right here. And when you do that, it's going to look different for me because I'm in, let me go to a student view because I was in instructor view. So when you do that, your assignments will come up. And you know, don't get overwhelmed when you look at this, because you might see, gosh, I have 4 or 5 assignments for the week. Look, guys, this one's only 3 questions. So even though it's like set up as this whole, you know, individual assignment, it's only 3 questions. So it's not a heavy workload. It's just that I have chosen and picked what I think will help you understand the concepts better. Instead of having you do a lot of different questions, I'm really choosing the ones that hopefully will help you learn the material for the week. So again, you know, you don't want to wait till last minute. You want to spread the work over the week, even though you have all the way until Sunday. But, you know, also pace yourself, make sure that you're getting it there. So hopefully that will kind of show you right here. Let me go back to my view so I can go back into Canvas what I'm talking about with the modules. But with that being said, once you go out into Connect, don't stay there. There are hundreds of assignments and questions for each chapter. I do not assign all of them. I don't want you to do all of them. It's too much work. So after you do an assignment in Connect, make sure you come back into Canvas just like I did so that you see what's next on your list. So if you'll use the week module just like your checklist, and you can see that it'll give you green checks as you go through and complete, and you look at it and you're like, I've clicked on everything, you'll have a green check. I'm good for the week. I promise you, if it's not here in Canvas's week module, it's not a required assignment. If you stay out there and Connect and you just start doing them all, you're probably going to do work that I'm not requiring. So make sure that you come back in here. Okay, so use Canvas as your landing place, use it as your home, and only do what's in Canvas. Another important reason that I want you to always come back to Canvas is because not every assignment I give you is actually in Connect. So you can see right here, and it's not due until February 7th. I went ahead and put it in the week 2 module, so you could have plenty of time to work on it so you can see it and think about it. I don't normally do that, but this is just one of those assignments where I want you to have time to think about it. And I'll talk more about what this assignment is later on. But as you see it right here, that's not in Connect. And you would miss it if you didn't come back in and make sure that you're getting your check marks here. Also, how I have it set up is that it's requiring that you do you click on everything before it lets you open up something else. So you need to work in order, and there's a reason for my madness. It's because, you know, a lot of times this assignment will help you with this assignment. It's also, you know, chronologically making sense so that if you're following along in your book, you know where that information is. So even if it's not an assignment, I want you to make sure you click on it and read through it, because it won't let you open what you need to next without opening the previous in the list. So hopefully that makes sense. Also, you can see that the ones with due dates and points are actual assignments. If it doesn't have that, then it's information that I'm giving you, but it still requires that you click on it before it will let you open up the next one. So hopefully that makes sense. I am going to wrap up this video. I don't want to overwhelm you. I will be rolling out more information. I really am excited about our class. I look forward to working with you this semester, and I hope you know you can always reach out to me with any questions that you may have. And again, this is just an early on, hey, here's what's coming. Don't don't start working on assignments. Don't feel like you have to run out and get ahead. I just hopefully am, kind of getting you ready for the semester. So I can't wait until we get started. Take care, and I'll see you soon.